What's up, Fantasy Goats? How are you this evening? It is week 5. Holy smokes, week 5. Next week it'll be Thanksgiving. It is week 5 in the NFL. Fantasy football is in full swing. We also got a fantastic Thursday night football. The Rams 3-1 versus the Niners 3-1. They're playing with their second team other than Christian McCaffrey, the dog, the big dog. A lot of injuries, man. A lot of injuries going on. We got bye weeks, first set of bye weeks. And we're also going to get some DFS. Why not? The money's still flowing. Why wouldn't we do that? All right, Goats. Let's get into that, man. I don't want to keep it without any further delay. We're just going to do this. We're going to do this and not even think twice. All right, Goats. Typically, before we begin, I'd like to present a message to the Fantasy Goats. Number one, I'm typically not on Thursday nights. I am behind the scenes working the actual Fanduel site along with our site, this stream. So I'm usually behind the scenes and the commissioner is on. The commissioner is under the weather. And I told him, look, I don't even want him back until he's 100%. Energy, health is super vital here at the Fantasy Goats. So by all means, unless he's 100%, if I'm 100%, then I'm going to be here for you. That's number one. Number two, big time announcement before we get into this Fanduel lineup. We've reached our subscriber goal of 500. Yeah, man, we are pumped. We are excited about that. We are we're moving in the direction that I think is special. It is. It's special what we're building here and what we're creating. Many people are thankful for that. Obviously, first and foremost, you, the Goats. Thank you. Appreciate you. Of course, we want to thank my partner, the commissioner, JX Fantasy, the war chief, man. If it wasn't for him coming on strong. And then there's some other people behind the scenes, like my boy, Vice President of Goat Operations, Mr. Brett V. Appreciate you. Thank you for hustling and providing us with valuable feedback, man. And you've been here since day one. And like many of you have been here since day one. So yeah, big shout out, big thank you. We're only moving forward. We're not stopping, obviously. Football doesn't sleep, money doesn't sleep. Well, let's get to this, man. Let's get this shit on the road. There are a lot of games. Actually, no, I take that back. There aren't a lot of games. Again, this is I'm not used to manning both ships at the same time. I've got one FanDuel site here. I've got our site here for you. And I'm going to build this sucker for you. Not for me. No, man. You know what? Maybe some of it will be for me. I'm not going to lie. Can't lie to you. Some of it will be for me. Some of it will be for Rhino. And then we're going to, obviously, then we'll just disperse it once we hit this jackpot. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 10 games on the Sunday main slate. What does that mean? Well, we have 10 games to choose from. This does not include tonight's game. This does not include the Sunday night football nor the Monday night games. Now, what do I want to do? What do we want to do? What's the objective here? The objective is to score points. Just like with anything else, right? Just like with our regular season-long managed teams. We want to score points. And I see a lot of games where we could score some points here now, but here's the real kicker, right, Goats? We have to stay within the confines of $60,000, 60,000 imaginary dollars to win $350,000. So let's put that into perspective. So this is the $350,000 Sunday NFL Snap. It's a top 50% paid. Why do I do that? It gives us a 50% chance of falling into the green again, like we did last week. Yeah, I'm not really in this to fall into the red. That's not how I was raised. That's not how I was brought up. We like being in the black or the green at all times. All jokes aside. Let's see. Where are the points? Where are the points? We want not just we don't want just the fantasy points. We want to know where the points are. Where do we expect there to be a significant amount of scoring? Well, this stands out to me like a sore thumb. The Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets, who can't play defense. To me, that sticks out like a sore thumb. Let's take a look at what do we got going on here. Yeah. Oh, but here's another tip. Like I'm going to pretend that I am a DFS guru. But here's what I believe to be a tip. We're not playing anybody that's Q right now. Questionable. I'm not sure. We don't get a reprieve. We don't get a mulligan if they're not starting for us. I don't think we can insert a player at the last second once this sucker is submitted. So we're not even going to mess around with that. So what do we need to do here? Not only do we need to find the dudes in this particular game that have a really good chance of scoring fantasy points, but we need to also make sure that we're within like a good sound salary structure here. Javonte Williams, 6,900. Breece Hall, 7,000. I mean, I don't know if I would play Breece Hall. Although they're down running backs. Justin Fields rushes more. I don't know if I would play Breece Hall, but I don't know if I would want to play Javonte Williams at 6,900. He's a good play. Javante's a good start. Otherwise, like I would start him on my fantasy team, but am I going to start him for $6,900? Well, you know what? Let's just put him in the lineup. Let's just see how these chips fall. 6,900. Javonte Williams. All right, very nice. Any other Jets? Any other Cowboys? Not starting George Pickens in this game. No, I'm not. Why? A, he's costly. B, he's still only a wide receiver too. I understand that Dak Prescott's going to target him and want to look to him. He's coming off of probably one of his best games. I'd rather bet on Sauce Gardner stepping up in this game. I'd rather bet on that. Locking him down or keeping him at bay, so to speak. Garrett Wilson is probably a good lock, a good start to score. But again, what is that? We need more than just him to score with 2 minutes left. We're going to need more than that. Let's look elsewhere. Let's look elsewhere, Goats. Houston and Baltimore. Ha. There should be a lot of points in this game. At least Houston should be able to put up points, as a matter of fact. Houston. Let's see. Nico Collins, 8,100. Zay, I wouldn't play any Raven, by the way. Would not play any Raven. Nico Collins, 8,100. My God, CJ Stroud has to get it going with this guy. Has to. 2 touchdowns for Nico Collins. Is that you trying to tell me that's not out of the realm of possibility? Your boy! What's up, your boy, Goat? I mean, it's kind of hard to still trust Jackson Dart, right? I mean, like, I wouldn't be playing Jackson Dart. I mean, you're asking me for your fantasy team, correct? Not for this lineup. Your boy, I would roll with Matt Stafford at home. I would roll with Matt Stafford. How do I send the link? Yeah, for fair, your boy, I would I would start Matt Stafford with Puka, with Devontae. The Niners, and they may not be able to be on the field that much on offense. How do I send you the link? Or you could just drop. Can I? I mean, that's kind of leaving it public now, isn't it? Let's try this. Fuck it. Let's try. Here we go. Here we go. My apologies, Goats. Oh, it looks like we have a good link. All right, let's take it from there, DeAndre Goat. Yeah, your boy. I mean, look, Stafford's good. Should be good for at least 20. Jackson Dart's got a good matchup, but it's only his second start. Down the best wide receiver in the game, second best wide receiver in the game, and Malik. I think they'll probably be leaning into Jackson Dart's legs along with Cam Scadaboo's legs. No, you're safe. You're really safe with Matt Stafford in this game. Need to drop one for a kicker. Who should I drop? Kendre, Tajay, or Sean Tucker? Oh boy. All of these dudes right now have some potential upside moving forward. Tajay wasn't technically cleared yet, correct? Isn't Tajay still on IR? If Tajay is still on IR, do you have an IR? You don't necessarily. Sutton! Rob Goat! Not this week, baby. You know what I was thinking of you? I was watching the All 22. I was watching the All 22 on Colin Sutton. He had a fantastic catch. Fantastic catch across the middle in the end zone. That DB for the Bengals, I forgot his name. I think it's maybe Dixon. Put Sutton down. He put him down like he was midair. If you think Cortland Sutton is going to do that game in and game out, especially this week against the Eagles, that ain't happening, my friend. I'm going to give the flowers to Cortland Sutton through 4 weeks, 75%. Therefore, I was wrong 75% so far on Cortland Sutton. He looks good. He made a fantastic catch. And your boy Goat, I'm going to hold Sean Tucker. I'm going to hold Kendre Miller. Tajay Spears, I'm not sure if he's going to be active or activated this week. Kendre Miller took 2 out of 3 opportunities away from Alvin this past week, week 4. And Sean Tucker, we all know the story there. Aside from last season when he went berserk, we have a Bucky Irving situation. We have a bad Bucky Irving situation. Let's continue to build this sucker, and then I can really concentrate on your questions. So far, I got Javante. That's not really moving the needle for me. Nico. What about Nico here? Lost me in 3 leagues. Lost me in 3 leagues when Denver only ran in the second half. Huh. Yeah, but I mean, you got what you were being a little greedy now. I get it. Here's the thing. We were always drafting him as a wide receiver too, right? You were always drafting him as a wide receiver too. 14, 16 points. Oh, there's the DeAndre Goat. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let me introduce you to the one and only up-and-coming fantasy analyst. Exclusively. Not exclusively. That's impossible. Unless we're really starting to open up the wallets. DeAndre Goat, how are you, DeAndre Goat?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I could hear you. I hope the goats could hear you. I could certainly hear you.
Let me know if they can. I guess we can get started. I missed out on who else you put. Okay, just those 2 guys so far? Okay.
Yeah, those two guys so far, and I wasn't planning on being solo here. Cardi or Kamini Fairbairn? I actually picked up Kamini Fairbairn, your boy. I picked him up with I forgot the dude that's off. It's not Bears kicker, Packers kicker. Yeah, who's that guy? That guy. I don't typically play with kickers, but yeah, I actually had to pick up Kaimi Fairbairn in one league. All right, so yeah, let's attack this bad boy,
Hmm.
DeAndre. I mean, look at these games. Look at these games with all these points. Look at Las Vegas and Indianapolis, Dallas Jets. We got Miami, Carolina. This game is going to be defense. I wouldn't want to take anyone from there. Tampa and Seattle, Tennessee, Arizona. Oh, I know what I want to do here. I know what I want to do here. Well, by all means, just feel free to share your thoughts. Feel
I
free to
think
share your thoughts.
I think yeah, you're right. As far as the Cowboy, can you stack? Go like quarterback, wide receiver.
Of course.
You can go with Justin Fields is probably gonna be the most owned quarterback. This is a cash lineup, so we can go towards more ownership. Perhaps Justin Fields, Garrett Wilson bring back or stack. That just makes sense with how bad the defense is of the Cowboys.
Yeah. No, in theory, it's good. At the same time, I can't help but to think like, are we not? Are we kind of like, aren't we chasing? We're chasing that again, right? But then there's nothing else to do there. Like they are the only, like them two are really the only game in town as far as offense is concerned right now. But I'm kind of nervous that we'd be chasing what we just saw Monday night. But
I mean, I understand, but it's the worst passing defense in the NFL,
it is the worst passing defense in the NFL, isn't it?
and you don't want to get it's a cash line. If it's GPP tournament, I understand. I probably wouldn't go that way then, but considering it's cash, then it just gives you the leeway to
Bob, ladies and gentlemen, Bob Goat. Devontae Adams will wait for Jacoby and Cortland Sutton. I wouldn't play Cortland Sutton this week. And I've been saying that every week. He's been looking really good. Why I would be playing Devontae Adams? Let's just play Devontae Adams.
Yeah, I agree. That Rams offense is looking pretty good.
Let's go over there. I mean, let's take a look at the Jets price.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Let's look at
They're
the Jets.
expensive. But
Let's take a look. Let's see what's going on here. Quarterback. 7,700. Is that what you really want to do? 7,700. Let's see. Kyler Murray 7,500. I don't know. Call me crazy. I don't know. Something was calling out to me where I was like, Kyler Murray. Like they're rolling out Michael Carter. They're rolling out Amari DiMarcado. I could just see this dude not only throwing for a couple, but running for one. I can see that.
yeah, I can. I mean, yeah, if you do that, you got to go with MHJ then. I mean, kind of crazy if you don't include Marvin Harrison if you're gonna want to go with the Kyler Murray.
I mean, I don't want to go against you. I kind of just.
That's the red. He's going hot. I mean, you can't not take that, But I do think that'll be more low scoring because I think the Titans are lowest in the NFL as far as seconds per drive. So that's a lot of 3 and outs, which could be a blowout. And we know how bad that Titans offense is. Whereas, I mean, the Cowboys game it should be way more high scoring, and I'd expect it to not be a blowout. Both defenses are not really good, and both offenses are honestly better than expected.
Oh, I see the DFS daddies here. All right, let's see. Let the DFS daddy break the tie here. DFS daddy, week 5.
What's up?
What's up? Let me introduce you to the DeAndre Goat, DFS daddy.
How are you, man?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I am doing swell.
All right, so my train of thought here is to go with Kyler Murray, who's going to be like the one-man band this week. But DeAndre's making the compelling case. playing Justin Fields playing against the Cowboys. I mean, it's compelling to say the least, but I kind of feel like my only reservation, my only trepidation. So we're going to be chasing points again. We're chasing the same production that we just saw. I kind of feel like Kyler. We haven't really seen Kyler bust a game for like 35, 40 points.
But what about if Arizona gets up early and then they're just running the ball?
That's fair.
Because Tennessee is not really a good team. So, like, I think if you're thinking about probabilities, I mean, it's probably likely that the Jets are chasing points and then Justin Fields is forced to, like, have to air it out a little bit more and do more. But then again, maybe Justin Fields. I mean, I just know Justin Fields is bound to break like a 40, 50-yard run. He's bound to have at least one or two of those.
Oh yeah, no, we just saw it. That wasn't a tape. That was live.
Yeah,
that was live. He looked like a video game against the Dolphins, man. He could. And I'm not saying that he couldn't do it. You know what? You both have persuaded me otherwise. I'm gonna go against my own judgment with Kyler Murray. Let's roll Justin Fields. Bob Hope, Bob Goat. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. It's because of the goats such as yourself, such as your boy, and Rugby Rob, Rugby Cortland. We've made it to our subscriber goal of 500. Yes, sir. Final one onward.
I will say one thing in favor of Shepard. The Cardinals, when they are the favorite, they have I think the third highest passing grade over expected, and with that run, even when they're leading, and that run, that's even including games with James Conner, but especially with that run game being depleted now, they could see more passing. So, and I mean, and as far as what he's talking about, we've seen Fields with a 30-point performance, right? Regression says that Murray should get one of those eventually, but I mean, as far as a cash game standpoint, do you really want to fade Justin Fields against the worst defense in the NFL? I don't really know.
All right, say no more.
And one of the best offenses is on the other side.
Say no more. All right, well, let's move on, shall we? Where else would we like to go? I put in Javonte Williams. I mean, again, the Jets defense is just so damn bad, and I don't want to spend any money on George Pickens. That's my train of thought. I'm going to put a little credence into Sauce Gardner, like saying, look, you're not CeeDee Lamb. I don't give a crap. But that's just me. I'd rather go with the Dallas running back at a nice price of $6,900. But let's go. I mean, we've got Detroit over here. We could look at this Washington Chargers. How about the Chargers? Do we like anybody here? We like anybody? Is Lad McCollum live?
I love all the Chargers receivers. Well, except Lad. I don't know. He's due for a bounce back game, but I don't know. I don't want to be the person to try and guess when that bounce back game is.
Is Lad alive? Does Lad have a pulse? I think he does. I think he hears it. All the buy lows. I think
the game should be high scoring, but the injury, I think Joe Alt got injured second quarter last week. That's going to obviously hurt with the pressure. I mean, teams should be sending more pressure. That's why obviously, I don't know if we can fit that. We probably won't be able to, but Hampton looks like probably the best piece because dump offs equate to high pressure, and
All right. Look,
they can count.
We're gonna build this sucker together. We could take out Javonte. I mean, if it means Marion Hampton, but again, let's not forget. Marion Hampton, I'm pretty sure, was in like a lot of the winning lineups last week. If we're gonna go back, to it. We're gonna chase it. Then let's hope that it's 2 in a row. Patrick Goat. Patrick Goat. He wants to trade Jalen Warren and Jawan Johnson, I'm guessing, for Tyler Warren.
Absolutely.
One Warren for another. Yeah, well, I mean, Jawan Johnson is. You got bonus play out of him as far as I'm concerned the last few weeks. Now you got a couple of tight ends that are due to come back on that team. That's number one. Juwan Johnson runs inconsistent anyway, so absolutely. Tyler Warren's look. We know he hasn't found the end zone yet, right, Daddy? But I mean,
He did. He scored
he
last
did.
week.
Yeah,
He did
No,
Yeah,
score last week.
he scored. He scored off a fullback dive.
yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
I was expecting that. I was waiting for that. I have this theory that the first few opponents that we played, aside from Denver, of course, that Shane didn't take them seriously enough to do anything exotic with Tyler Warren because Jonathan Taylor has been hammering teams so far, and then he waited until the Rams game to bust something out like that because he knew that we needed touchdowns.
Yeah, I know.
Hey.
When tight ends get a rushing play, that means they're dominant. So, like week 1, Harold Fenton, he did really good. He had a rush. Tucker Kraft, he had a rush early in the season. He's doing amazing. That's just when rushing tight ends. That's just the team saying like, "Yeah, this guy's explosive. We can use him anywhere." So,
Yep. Mark Andrews used to gets them in Baltimore.
yeah, there you go. Now he's cooking.
The dude is a top 12, 14 draft pick overall for a reason. I mean, this dude's catch radius, he could pretty much catch anything. So, yeah,
Anything.
if they're going to start to dial up his number more, yeah, if you could execute that trade, Patrick, I would do that. If you've got you've got Jameer, you've got Cam Scatterbrains, RJ, Woody, and Bichelle too, and I would do that trade. I wouldn't even.
I'd definitely do it.
See if you could do it, without question. Without question. All right, let's go. Let's get nuts over here. What do we got going on over here? Oh, the defenses. Let's lock in the defense. Where are we going here? Give me a good flyer, good sleeper defense. Could Tampa Bay travel across the country?
What are the Cardinals?
Cardinals are at 4,400 against
4,400. They have the greatest matchup.
That makes sense.
All right. Seattle looked pretty good too, but it is Tampa's offense. Tampa a little banged up, maybe no Bucky. Holy smokes, no Bucky.
How do you guys feel about New York against New Orleans?
Still risky secondary, but sneaky.
Yeah, because I feel like that D line is going to apply a serious amount of pressure.
Yeah, no, very sneaky. If they could get to Spencer, sure.
Right.
Yeah, I think I like going with Arizona. Has still got a better overall unit, I would say. Let's all right. So now we got the defense locked in. We've got 6,300 to play with. We may have to move Javonte out if we want to keep Marion Hampton. Where else should we look?
If you want to remove Hampton, that's fine. I mean, getting to bring back, I do think that game will be high scoring between the Cowboys and the Jets. So I mean, if you want to keep Javonte,
we might. Let's see if we can keep both. Let's see if we can keep both. I've got Nico Collins in there at $8,100. I would expect him. He's got to score against this Ravens team. Has to.
Well, I mean, we'd like to think so. Yeah. All the Ravens DBs are really bad.
That whole team is decimated. So let's try to find a flyer or sleeper, cheapo, wide receiver over here maybe. Wide receiver. Let's take a look at Olav. What would be Olav's doing? What is Olav doing these days at 6,100? Wandale is the expensive one at 6,100. Wandale or Chris Olav? Do you like any of these guys?
I like Wandale. I feel like those targets, they're gonna have to go somewhere.
DeAndre?
Yeah. I think the Saints send the least amount of pressure in the NFL so far. So if we can go for a Giants receiver, that'll make sense.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense to us.
Scatterboo.
It absolutely makes sense to us. It's just a matter of whether they're going to.
Will it translate?
Whether they're going to score some points. Oh, translate is a good word for that. Absolutely. 6,100 out of Wandalius. We call him Wandalius. Yeah, it started off as a joke.
Juan Goat Robinson.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Miami, Carolina.
That's
Sure, Should we stay here? Again, 2 shit defenses.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to find teams. I want to find players that
Wide
are
receiver flex.
Jalen Waddle is 5,800.
That's solid.
Why would that be? Something's wrong with that.
I'm assuming that because they think that Jalen Waddle is going to see a lot of J.C. Horn. So because of that, they're probably thinking because he has to be the wide receiver 1 now, there's less likely, chance of him going off. He'll probably have to go to one of the other guys, one of the secondary guys.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. J.C. Horn, he's a really good defensive back, but I mean, again, he's not Patrick Surtain. You telling me that Jalen Waddle in his 4th season can't beat J.C. Horn 1-on-1? Or
J.C. Horn is on that similar level. He's not quite defensive player of the year, but physically and talent wise, he's close.
Yeah, Waddle's rated, but Horn is just.
So what would you want to do? Not play him Tets at 6,200. I think I'd rather play Jalen Waddle at 58, but we don't need to. We don't really have to play either. We're just displaying
maybe
some options.
We know Malik Washington's their slot guy. Who it's especially with.
That's your boy.
Yeah. With Tyreek being gone, I feel like defenses are just going to pressure more. And Tua having 5 head injuries, he's not going to want to hold the ball long. He'll want to dump it.
I heard something interesting. While we're on this topic. So the dude that would be stepping in for Tyreek Hill might possibly be Nick Westbrook-Akine. While where Jalen Waddle still retains his normal role, his normal
slot role.
Yeah.
That makes sense because Nick Westbrook-Akine is an outside receiver, and Waddle can be an outside receiver, but he isn't, naturally.
Yeah.
CMC.
Yes, the CMC is the one-man band. Isn't it crazy? The only healthy member of the Stars is CMC.
It's actually crazy to me. It's well, you know what? It's not that crazy to me, but let's keep our fingers crossed.
It's not crazy because other people got injured instead of him. It's crazy because everyone else got injured instead of him. That's what makes it crazy.
The Niners actually they remind me of the New York Yankees for years now. It's not a rumor, but it's more just this negative underlying rhetoric or negative garb on the New York Yankees and how their training staff and their health and nutrition program. And I feel like the Niners are almost developing the same thing.
Yeah, every year they make the list of the most injured team in the NFL. They're in the top 3 or 4. Crazy.
All right, gentle goats, gentle stewards, because the goats are over there.
I heard what's his name? I think Rich Eisen talking about the fact that when you have a team who is successful, who is continuously successful, one of the negative sides of it is that their bodies are going to break down because instead of playing 17 games a season, like the Chiefs, for example, you're playing in 3 back-to-back Super Bowls. You're legit playing 20 games every season and you play in 60 games in 3 years. So that arbitration, that physical toll on your body, it usually catches up to you. And Shanahan teams are like that because it was like that ever since the Falcons. When he played with the Falcons, they were a team of players who got hurt a lot too.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Especially in football, right? Baseball, I can understand. If you're gonna play October baseball, it's not the same type of physicality. Although, of course, you could get injured running a base.
Right.
or sliding or so. Yeah, I mean, but yeah,
Yeah, you can
yes,
get injured doing anything, right? Yeah, but you're more likely.
absolutely. I of course.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here come those dirty Niners. Who's
Yeah,
that? Jake Tongues.
Tongues.
All right.
Yeah, the 49ers could legit make this a close game. Like they can make this a real contest.
Let's bang this. Let's try to bang this
All right.
lineup out. DFS Daddy-O. So what do you want to do? We got 3 positions to fill. We got
Wide
a
receiver, tight end,
and a flex.
Which one do you want to go to first?
Let's take a look at the tight end.
Let's do it.
And then we'll fill in the other 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll fill in the other 2 clowns.
Yeah.
The other 2 bobos. There's like nobody. There are no tight ends. And I really don't like the position altogether. Trey McBride's at 7,000. Brock is questionable. We're not even going to do that. Tyler, does he make 2 in a row in the end zone? 6,100. That's a good price. Jake Ferguson, 6,000. I mean, again, a lot of these prices are expensive for tight ends. Expensive. Would you do Jake Ferguson at $6,000 for a tight end?
Yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah, because of the upside. Jake Ferguson is wide receiver 2. Is that Tongues? Of course it is.
And it's Mac the Knife.
Look at Mac Jones.
Mac the Knife, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here's our flex. So flex and wide receiver. Let's do that. Where are you, DeAndre? You're in an airplane. Where are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you for sure. I
Yeah.
can't see you.
You can't see me? Really? This is weird.
Well,
We've got special guest John Cena in the building.
you're on your phone. Is that it?
Yeah, I am on my phone, yes.
Yeah, I think that's why it's a little tricky for you.
All right. We can do it going.
66.50. 2 more. 66.50.
Dare I say Alec Pierce?
Who? Alec Pierce. You want to go back to Alec Pierce? Okay.
I think the Colts are going to put up a lot of points at home, and Pittman's actually questionable. So, so I do think Pierce is so amazing. I don't know. That's my guy right there. So I feel like we can really put him in the flex. Because if it's not him, it's not Downs, in my opinion. I mean, I don't really care. It's not really Downs for me.
Alec Pierce has concussion as well.
Yeah, last week.
Well, last year he cleared the protocol though. He's been practicing all week.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm 100% positive.
All right, 5,300 for Alec Pierce. And last, not least, we have $8,000 to spend on another banger. I've got a lot of feedback, DeAndre, in my ear. I've got my own voice. Playback. And we'll figure this out, DeAndre. Let me mute that for now. I'm not sure if that's helping or not. Daddy, you can hear me, right?
I can hear you loud and clear. Yep.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, that's way too much playback. All right, we got $8,000 for a banger wide receiver. Besides Nico, who is it going to be? Who is it going to?
This is one game? Yeah. You gotta go to the all games.
Let's see.
All right.
Gary
right.
78, Emeka 76, Quentin is 75. Nico was 8,000, is 8,100. The next man off the board is Garrett Wilson. Should we go with Garrett Wilson?
Yeah, I mean, I like Garrett or Quentin. I like those 2 guys.
That's the stack right there. So, all right.
Garrett Wilson, Justin Fields.
We accomplished what we wanted to there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the lineup. Alec Pierce at 53. The Cardinals defense. We got Jake Ferguson in the same game. Garrett, Wandale. This is like a New York lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Javante and Justin Fields.
Nice.
Oh, we're gonna enter this bad boy.
Let's do it.
I wonder how the Commissioner Rhino is feeling with a 7-0 score.
Oh yeah, Rhino's probably stressed right now.
Yeah, there we go.
Should sound good now.
Yeah. It sounds great. We're gonna have to try to figure out a game plan for us moving forward, Coach. Because we are in full tilt week 5. Thursday night football. The DFS show is in the books. You know what we got tomorrow? We've got your lineup advice, aka start sit. Saturday, your matchup advice, aka start sit. Sunday is our reaction show. Monday is our key fantasy takeaways with special data provided by Ryan Heath over at Fantasy Points. Yeah, I'll make sure I always give him credit as long as I can continue to use that stuff. And Tuesday's waivers. That's right. This was a crazy week for waivers.
Mm-hmm.
This was a crazy week because not only did you have your normal waiver run, but then you had players that were now dropping like flies yesterday. So there was another like huge waiver run.
People missing practice.
That took place today. That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Like people going in for Sean Tucker. People, I mean, like it's bad right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you guys, and I know this is gonna kind of sound cliche-ish, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
Can you remember the last time there were this amount of injuries, this bad, this quick in the season? Like, I mean, like, has there been a time that has been this bad, this condensed, within the first 4 weeks?
Yes.
Right,
It's usually always like this, right? The biggest difference is that this year I feel like there aren't good enough backup talents spread across the league. That's what the main issue is. Because instead of like, let's say for example, you have a guy like CD who's out, and then the person that's behind CD is just as good or can fill in for him, and you have George Pickens, but George Pickens was already drafted. Like now this year there really isn't anybody behind. Like Tolbert is not going to pick up that slack. Turpin is too small to pick up that slack. They don't really have like a legitimate guy that could step in for them. And I feel like that's what makes this year worse than the other years, because superstars and a whole bunch of people get hurt early on, especially because a lot more teams don't play in preseason now. So like that ramp up period is not the same for some superstars.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I pretty much agree with about 99% of that. Pretty much. And Brady was saying something interesting also, right, that I caught on Elon's app. This thing this Rushmore thing. Did you see that? Did any of you guys see that? This Rushmore, like him and Peyton were asked to put in like their Mount Rushmore wide receivers. It was a really, really good 30 minutes with both of them. However, Brady thinks that there's a developmental problem, and it's not at the NFL. The developmental problem is at the college level. That's what I mean. Again, I'm sure there's some credence to that as well. GQ, what's up, GQ baby? There he is, the Quincy Goat. What are we doing this week, Quincy Goat? Of course you did. Of course you got the Woody.
Oh, this one's easy for me.
Henderson, Higgins, Chase Brown, Ricky, or Woody. Pick up Woody. I'm assuming Woody Marks, right? Fizzle Goat. What's up, Fizzle? Fizzle Goat. I'm assuming that picked up Woody need to drop one. Trevion Henderson, T. Higgins, Chase Brown, Ricky Pearsall for Woody. Man, this is, I don't know. It's not as easy as you said. It's easy, Daddy. Go ahead. What's easy here?
I'm dropping Chase Brown. Chase Brown is the most inefficient person out of this entire list. And the only reason why he's inefficient is because Joe Burrow is no longer playing. Like part of the main reason, the main thing that propped up Chase Brown last year was the scoring opportunities. And the scoring opportunities only came with elite quarterback play. Now there is no more elite quarterback play. At least T. Higgins is serviceable in PPR, where you'll know he'll get some targets. You know he can make some amazing catches. But the Bengals O-line is already terrible. So they're not creating any lanes for Chase Brown. He might get a couple dump offs, but the upside of what you can get with Woody Marks and that offense with a better quarterback, terrible O-line still, but he has more scoring opportunities right now than Chase Brown does in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Chase Brown opportunity and volume would just like I would have a really difficult time still just like forking over that, letting that go.
And that's the same argument that people have been using for Chris Olave. And I tell them all the time, having volume kind of cancels itself out if you're getting volume in a terrible situation.
Well, okay, but how, like, what are we really talking about in terms of, the situation, his team is terrible, but at the same time, I mean, like, should we really be like just writing off the Bengals? What if the Bengals decide to like get it together? What if the Bengals, like actually like, what if their coaches like miraculously get these guys playing better? They're only 2-2 right now. Like I wouldn't just write the Bengals off. I don't know.
It would be difficult. It would be difficult for them to make the kind of turnaround that they would need to make because they need the entire O-line to play better. It's not just one person or, a couple pieces here. Because even when Joe was playing those first two games, like Joe had to like pretty much will them to their victories. He had to evade tackles and run out of the pocket. And that's how he ended up getting hurt because he had to do too much. The line was not blocking for him. So like it's possible that they could turn it around, but I think it would be extremely difficult for them to.
Yeah, again.
Nice to meet you as well.
Again, it's only 4 games. I know we're at a quarter pole right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Quincy Goat, you're probably sitting at 4-0. Ricky Pearsall is not playing right now. I mean, like I'm not just so quick to swap out Woody Marks on one really good game. He's got a really good matchup coming up. I wouldn't be so quick to just like toss Chase Brown.
I hear you.
Ricky Pearsall might be the drop here. If I had to choose. I want as many good running back. When I say good, I mean like stable, like healthy. You see what's happening out here, Quincy Goat. Frizzle, right? I mean, like we want as strong of a stable of running backs as possible at this point. Ricky Pearsall, I mean, unfortunately, he's got like multiple injuries. They may not be all that serious, but there's like 3 nagging type of injuries. Same thing for Juwan Jennings. These aren't like season-ending injuries, but they're like, I got something wrong here at the shoulder, something wrong here at the at the thigh. I mean, it's
and those injuries can compound too. So it's like one wrong hit, one wrong move, one wrong step, and then you got a setback, and then they're out again, like they are right now.
Of course, and right now we're prepared to. At least I'm prepared to say that Ricky Pearsall's kind of been like not a bust. Where he's not lived up to that type of potential. He's not.
He can't stay healthy.
He's not lived up to this upside, and part of it also has to do with Brock is not healthy. This team is in bad shape right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can see, I can see it turning around, DFS Daddy. I can see it turning around for the Niners. They're all back and healthy. Like Brandon Ayuk comes back week 10, and all of a sudden, they're like trucking teams with full health. But that's not necessarily helping us now.
Right.
That's not really helping us now.
Yep, I hear you.
One more I want to add. People were shocked to see Benson. Benson did exit with 6:42 left to go in the fourth quarter Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty insane too.
What was interesting about this, and I forgot who it was, much earlier this week, much earlier, maybe Monday or Tuesday, another GOAT came in and said, Benson's not practicing, and it's Tuesday. And I'm saying to myself, well, is he supposed to be practicing today on Tuesday? They don't normally practice.
Right.
We don't normally get a report on Tuesday, but sure enough, I don't think not too many people caught this DeAndre GOAT. Jacob.
Not at all, yeah.
Jacob Fanta GOAT. The Fanta. How are you, Jacob? If you're new to this channel, Jacob, please give us a like and subscribe. Is that Scottie Pippen? Is that Scotty Mike?
That is Scotty, Mike, and Rodman.
Scotty, Michael, and Rodman. I met Scotty. I met the one in the middle.
The Three Musketeers.
Yeah, at a hotel in Midtown. Should I trade Javante, Dak? Dak is your backup, and DJ Moore. And DJ Moore for Rishi Rice. That's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot of capital. Yeah,
it's a lot of pieces just for Rishi Rice. Rashid.
My running backs are JT, Saquon, Javon. Oh my God, 12 man, and this is your squad. JT, Saquon, Javante, and Harvey. Wide receivers are Wandell, Abuka, DJ Moore after the Tyreek injury. Yeah, that's a lot. Like, if you're giving up, a wide receiver for a wide receiver, I don't see why you would also include Javante. Like Dak and DJ Moore for Rashid Rice, that sounds like a more fair trade than Javante, Dak, and DJ Moore. Like that's a lot.
I think that's a little much too.
What, Dak and DJ Moore?
No. Just what the original, this proposal.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a hefty package.
Dak along with DJ Moore.
Hefty package, yeah. Or like just if you can find a way to do just the Javante and Dak, and then you keep DJ Moore because you're hurting at wide receiver. So now you'll have DJ Moore, Rashid Rice, and all the other players.
He's hurting a wide receiver now. I mean, I get why he's trying to get Rashid Rice. I like how you're thinking. I would go in the same direction. If the only thing I'll say, yeah, if you think you'd be able to get another quarterback in the event that your starting quarterback, who I'm not sure is listed here at all, but let's say your starting quarterback, knock on wood, goes down and you don't have Dak, would you be able to get another quarterback?
Right. That's a great question.
Or at the very least, very least, the buy situation. So that's the other thing that you'd have to consider with moving off of Dak. But if you're looking to move off those two Cowboys, try to do that without handing off DJ Moore. But yeah, I get it. I understand why you're attempting to do it. What about Wandale? Would you do Wandale and Javante to get
for
back,
Rashid Rice?
To get back Rashid Rice in a few
that's
weeks?
That's a great trade.
If you could do that, I would see about maybe trying that. Wandale Robinson, although he may see an uptick in targets and receptions and production, I don't think it's going to be the uptick that's all of a sudden filling Malik Neighbors' shoes.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely not. Yeah, he's not doing Malik Neighbors stuff. Absolutely not.
And even though, well, you could say, well, Shepard or Daddy, like Wandale Robinson, look at all those targets that he got with those shitty quarterbacks last season. That's the whole point. Those shitty quarterbacks had to throw all over the place.
Yep.
Jackson Dart's going to be a very concentrated type of offense moving forward until Dable opens it up.
Right, and his legs are a huge factor too. So that's going to be less passing opportunities because he's going to have quarterback runs. He's going to scramble on dropbacks and stuff like that.
Until Dable opens it up, it's going to be very concentrated. So yeah, when I say concentrated, yeah, maybe Theo Johnson, maybe Wandale. We know Darius Slayton will get involved.
Yep.
See if you could send off Wandale Robinson. I think that might be attractive to the Rice manager.
My guy, Jalen Hyatt, is going to get a couple deep looks too. Jalen Hyatt. I told you guys. You guys laughed at me. It's Jalen Hyatt time.
I'm still laughing. I'm still laughing at that.
That's fine. When Jalen Hyatt scores a touchdown, I'm gonna be the one that's gonna be laughing.
Well, I mean, he's going to score a touchdown. I mean, like, God,
Yeah.
I mean, if you have to be able to that you should at least have one touchdown if you're a professional football player.
You should, yeah.
At the wide receiver position.
Mm-hmm.
Delta Blue.
Or chasing rest of the season.
You're my goat, Blue. You're my goat. Hey, y'all. Sutton and Chubb. Or Chase and Chubb. It's my flex spot. I have good depth. I'm glad that you have good depth. It's Sutton and Corum.
Sutton and Corum sounds crazy.
Sutton and Corum. Is that Chase Brown or is that Jamar Chase? And it's probably Chase Brown, correct? Or Chase Brown and Chubb rest of the season, or is it Sutton and Corum?
Yeah, Chubb's not gonna have that job for long, man.
If Woody Marks continues to do what he did last week, and at least if he continues to play 75% of what he did last week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jamar. Sutton for Jamar.
Yeah, he doesn't have the dynamism factor anymore. Those leg injuries caught up to him, man.
I'm going to tell you, we all know where the talent is here. But the better situation is with Sutton. The talent is with Jamar.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the only thing is though, it's hard it's more likely that Sutton will get to his ceiling with Bo Nix than Jamar Chase will get there with this guy. Oh my god. Oh, he wasn't in bounds. Yeah, Mac Jones is letting that thing fly.
I would have to agree with that. I could also stay with me here, Delta. Let's just check on one other thing. Let's check on the rest of the season rankings. I would venture to bet that Jamar Chase is still ranked a couple of spots up above Cortland. But again, Sutton's situation.
I don't think he should be. Yeah.
No. I'm not saying that this is the. Your opinion is absolutely noted here, whether it's correct or not. This is the consensus. This is consensus.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So let's just check to see what ROS here. If Coil's saying shit, if he's ranked ahead, it would not surprise me. Stop sharing yet, you Bobo. This is fucking rankings. Look, I'm getting there. I thought I was getting there. Fuck me, man. My apologies, Delta. Let me see. Let me try this over here. While DFS Daddy will answer that. I'll get the rankings this way.
I have Sutton, but I kind of want to take the risk on Chase, considering he's the better talent. Definitely a lot of risk, but also hoping they could shop another quarterback, maybe. I mean, that would probably be the only way to salvage Jamar Chase, would be if they got another quarterback, if they got an upgrade at quarterback. But I don't know. Like, I feel like everything that we've been hearing out of Zach Taylor.
That they need to get their best player the freaking ball. That's what we've been hearing from Zach Taylor. Like, yeah, we understand why Jamar is a little frustrated because he's like not only is he the best player in this league, but he's also he's absolutely just become a professional at this. Jamar Chase is ranked 5th rest of the season, and Cortland Sutton is ranked basically where he was drafted. Basically where he was drafted. That's correct. Basically. Jamar Chase is ranked higher rest of the season. So yeah, it's talent.
Do you think Do you think Jamar Chase will finish higher rest of the season though?
I don't think it'll be close.
You said you think it'll be close?
I think it'll be close. Yeah, I don't think he'll be. I don't think he'll finish that high where he is right now. What I just read, but I think it'll be closer. I think Cortland Sutton's going to finish exactly where he is, basically.
Fair enough.
If this keeps up, he's about 4 years older than Jamar Chase. And he's nowhere near talented as Jamar Chase.
Fair enough.
Let's bank on let's bank on the talent here, Delta. Let's go with the talent, and let's hope that this quarterback could get it right. We saw this dude in 2023. We saw him. We saw him with Chase.
Much better line though. That's the thing.
This line stinks.
I also just got offered Jordan Addison and Devontae Smith for Ibuka. Is that the better route? I like Addison. His outlook for the rest of the year. Devontae Smith. I mean, we should like Devontae Smith's outlook, but Devontae Smith has been one of the worst wide receivers in the league so far. The Eagles' passing attack has just been terrible. Outside of what's his name?
Goddard.
Outside of Goddard, yeah, thank you. Yeah, outside of Goddard, there isn't really much else in that passing offense. They're running the ball. Not only are they running the ball at a historic pace, but now Jalen Hurts, he's dropping back, first read, second read, taking off.
Yeah, it's not optimal for fantasy managers.
I would keep Ibuka if I was you, because Ibuka has the much higher ceiling because of the fact that he's in a better situation. He has a better passing quarterback with him who will get him targets. And because of the other guys in that Buccaneers offense being injured, Ibuka is going to he's essentially the wide receiver one for the rest of the season. And I thought that last week was going to be the game where maybe he was slowed down a little bit because he was going to face Quinyon Mitchell, but he still went off. And granted, he had one big play where he caught it deep and scored, but that's part of the game, man. Part of the game. CMC on an easy out route.
Another receiving touchdown.
Of course, because he's not getting anything rushing. CMC is their wide receiver too right now. He's not getting anything rushing.
I'll take it. I'll take it anyway. I'll take it.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
Against a linebacker? Oh my God.
I got offered Jordan Addison and Devontae. I want Jordan Addison for Ibuka. I mean, yeah, I don't know if that's the better route. We were saying in the off season, remember, when it came to Emeka, it was okay, well, I don't think that this dude was just drafted. This wasn't an accident that he was drafted that high. We knew that Chris Godwin was going to miss some time. We knew that there was a possibility, a high probability that Mike Evans was going to miss some time at some point in this season. We didn't know it was going to happen this soon, but nevertheless, even when Mike Evans was on the field that first week, the second week maybe, Emeka Ibuka factors into the Bucs' plans regardless. And it may not be such high volume, but it's so efficient.
The man gets wide open.
It's so efficient. That's right. It's okay, boom, strike. Boom, strike, one catch on one target, 40 yards, touchdown.
Yeah, and it's not even just that he's doing one thing right, or he's doing maybe two things right, and he's getting lucky and he is legit beating guys at the line. He is legit routing up veteran DBs. This man came into the league ready day one.
Right, and so you may be asking yourself, Jacob, because I'm asking myself too with the teams that I have Emeka on. Hey, well, so what happens when Mike Evans comes back, and what happens now that Chris Godwin comes back? Well, Chris Godwin is going to still continue to get ramped up. Mike Evans is still 32 years old, and I don't know how much they want to just roll him out for 90% of the snaps. And I'm sure they'd like to preserve him for when it really counts, which would be like week 16, week 17, week 18, so on and so forth. I don't really think that they're going to take this splendid young talent from Ohio State off the field. They're not going to be so quick to do that. They shouldn't do that. And if there's a problem with Bucky, here's the other thing, right? Well, if there's you know what? I'm almost dispelling my own theory. If there's a problem with Bucky, they're not going to be able to run as efficiently, but yet Rachaad White is a good pass catching running back. So
I think Sean Tucker is a juiced up Bucky Irving. I don't think he's as talented as Bucky Irving. Don't get me wrong. Like, Bucky Irving is a premier talent. Like, I would take Bucky Irving 9 times out of 10 times against anybody else on that roster. But Sean Tucker has some real legit juice.
We saw it last season. Yes. We know that he could definitely pop one off. Still, I mean, all right, let's see.
I'm starting him this weekend.
Well, look, if Bucky's going to be ruled out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, start one of them and hope one of them gets in the end zone.
It's a tough defense. I don't know if I would do that. I don't know if I would do that in Seattle.
Yeah, but against Seattle, why not?
It's a tough defense. That's why.
Yeah, that's true. But, you know, Baker is inevitable. Baker's going to make something happen.
But that's not Sean Tucker.
Baker's going to get them. Baker's going to get to the red zone, and then Sean Tucker's going to get the ball.
I would probably not expect too much there. That's all I'm saying. Oh, look, there's Bobby Saleh.
Oh yeah.
You trying to tell me that Liam Cohen's like gonna like?
Oh my God. They haven't allowed points in a first quarter in 5 straight games.
Yeah, well, it's not how you start; it's how you finish.
Well, yeah, exactly, right.
They're 3-1, so it's not like they've been playing bad. What do you think of this?
Fun fact: that was Indy's defense last year up until like week 16 or 17 or something like that. Like, even though we were bad, we never gave up a first quarter score.
How about that?
Yeah, right?
How about
that? Was an interesting fact.
Those Indy Colts.
We good now.
Who the Colts play this week?
We play the Raiders.
Oh yeah, that's an easy one. Well, that's a win of that. I should say that's a winnable game.
And we're at home.
You should win that game.
Yeah, we should dominate in that game. Actually,
I think Alec Pierce gets a touchdown.
He could. Yeah.
I do really like Alec Pierce's game. It's
amazing.
I really like it.
And honestly, I feel like Adonai Mitchell's game last week should prove to people exactly how valuable Alec Pierce is.
I have Alec Pierce in about 90% of leagues, and I picked up Adonai because of that. And to see him drop that fumble, oh my God.
Insane.
He's so good, though.
He is, yeah. He's still, but that just goes to show you though, like he has some maturing to do. That's all.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
About this trade, I mean, I don't know if he's getting a Buka, but I would.
No, he has a
Buka.
He has a book. I would, to be honest, I would do it. I would want them at Addison and Smith side. I think
really?
The Eagles are average 180 seconds per drive so far. That's like fifth. No, it's like 10th most, but they haven't scored. So eventually, it's gonna like teams that are averaging this amount of seconds per drive are scoring. So eventually, regression once they actually pass the ball. They're going to put up points. And other teams that are around that range are the Cardinals, which is why MHJ should do good. The Panthers, Ted McMillan. And, the Giants are there too. But now with Malik Neighbors, I don't know what to expect. But I think the Eagles, if they actually do stay on the field for that long, they'll eventually start having to start to pass. And we know A.J. Brown's recent, news that might get him to probably pass the ball a little more. Because they don't want to let go of the guy. So, in order to keep them happy, they're going to have to pass the ball. and I do think Devontae Smith is so talented, and those two guys I'm really invested in. And I did mention a couple weeks ago, Quinyon Mitchell and DeJean did a little too good year one. I do expect them to regress, and if they're going to regress,
of course.
then it should be a lot of shootout games. And eventually, once the Eagles start to pass, Devontae Smith is going to be nuclear. Ibuka, the thing with Ibuka, he's doing very good, but his separation numbers are very poor, and he ranks in the bottom half as far as creating separation. But even though that's what he was known for in college, he's a route runner. But now it's just I don't know. Seeing the film, he's not really creating separation, and I'm not sure what to expect with once Godwin and Evans get back on the field at the same time, how that'll affect them. But and Addison,
those guys' knees aren't gonna last.
Man,
that's true. Yeah, Evans is old.
He's not.
Evans is old, and Chris Godwin's not gonna be 100%. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah,
he may not be creating separation, but he's coming down with freaking everything that's
exactly.
He's coming down with everything thrown to him. Yeah,
he has great.
He's George Pickens without the attitude.
I'll give you a rookie who's creating a ton of separation and is only getting 2 passes a game. We know who that is. Like, shit. Like, I love the raw data. I love that data, but I don't really give a crap unless of course you expect that to normalize. If it's going to normalize, then I get it.
Yeah. I mean, it could go the other way though. Maybe he does start to create separation. It's up to him. If he does, I mean, he could easily be in the pick here. This
is why we have to watch it play out. Right?
I like everything with him, from the situation to the opportunity to the quarterback to the offense. So it's like he has all of that working in his favor. So it's kind of hard, especially like when you compare it to a guy like Jordan Addison, who's like, he's produced so far the one game that he played with Carson Wentz, but we don't know how JJ is going to do. We don't know what that's going to look like. So it's like, there's a little bit more of a variance there. And then we got Devontae Smith. Like you said, the regression should be coming. They should be scoring more touchdowns, and they should be doing more through the air. But with a new OC in town, that's probably going to take them some time. I don't know how long that's going to take before they start converting those. And Jalen Hurts looks like the guy now, I was saying earlier, who he just drops back, reads like his first 2 reads, and then he takes off.
Yeah. That Vikings offense is not looking good either.
Right. I mean, they also lost Ryan Kelly. They lost, I think both of their tackles are out for this game against Cleveland. So, yeah.
Yes, I mean, shoot. Man, it's a toss-up. I would still probably lean the Devontae Smith way, but y'all bring up some nice cases, so it makes sense.
I think it all depends. Like, if you can afford to keep Ibuka and then you have strong enough pieces around him to like fill out your roster, then cool. But like, if you're thin at wide receiver, for example, if you're gonna sacrifice Ibuka, you'd want to get 2 guys who have like a high variance, like a Devontae Smith or a Jordan Addison.
Or pick up Alec Pierce for sure.
Or pick up Alec Pierce, yeah. Alec Pierce is a dog, man. Alec Pierce does 2 things, but he does them at such an elite level that it makes him a weapon. High point and blocking. Those are 2 things that he does supremely well.
And the reason why people are off of Alec Pierce is not because of Alec Pierce, is because Daniel Jones can't pass. He can't pass deep. But we're seeing it every single game he's passing deep. And man, when they pass deep,
the explosion rate is insane. I'm surprised because I thought the same thing when they announced Daniel Jones. I'm like, okay, so now we're never going to get any deep balls. It's going to be there's going to be an 8-man box against Jonathan Taylor, and then we're never going to be able to complete any passes. But especially in the first quarter, Shane Steichen is being extremely aggressive with his first 15 to 20 plays, and I love that.
That offense is exciting.
All right, gentlemen, I gotta go. It is about that time. It was a pleasure as always. It was a pleasure meeting you, DeAndre. Hope I will see you again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Have a good night, gentlemen.
All right, Daddy.
Have a good night, everybody watching. Enjoy the game. Niners are up 14-zip.
Really? I'm not even watching the game. Wow.
Yeah, 14-zip. With the ball, yeah, because Kyron just fumbled.
What? That's crazy.
Sheesh. All right, good night, guys.
Good night. Hope Rhino's not watching.
He's definitely watching.
Yeah. Close your eyes, Rhino.
He's without doubt watching and getting even worse. He's not. Rhino's under the weather. Goats.
How's Puka doing?
None of them are doing well. To be quite honest with you, I'm not sure how Puka's doing. It's 14-0. I know CMC scored. I don't even know who scored the first one. Brian Robinson's getting the ball.
Brian Robinson's getting the ball.
No, I'm not sure if that was. Yeah, I think it's Nakua. Nakua's right there on the block. See, you want to talk about a really good blocker. Wow. All right, DeAndre. And Fantasy Goats. Well, I want to thank you very much for coming to this extended special Week 5 DFS lineup, taking your questions. We will be back. Of course, we will be back. We will be back tomorrow, 8 o'clock. All right. Well, appreciate you all for coming out. If you're new, if you're still listening, don't forget to like and subscribe.
One last thing before you end. Jerry Judy, his air yards expected it's huge, and but I'm wondering with Tillman on IR and the change from Flacco to Gabriel, how much better do you think Judy could be for these next 4 weeks and then progressing?
Well, first off, why for these next 4 weeks until they have a bye?
No, for Tillman. I think IR 4 weeks.
Right. Oh, it's a good point. We also have to factor in Isaiah Bond. We also have to factor in that there are 2 good tight ends. I think Judy should, again, with the expected air yards, the expected target share, I think, Judy could have, I don't know if they're going to be 4 consecutive really good games because that's not Jerry Judy, as we all know. But, yeah, I would say in the right matchup, yeah. Is that against the Vikings in London, or would that be perhaps, week 6? I wouldn't want, in other words, for fantasy purposes also, I don't know if I would want to just insert Jerry Judy now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you think he's a start depending?
Without at least seeing it, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
What if he still is a dud? I get, but you like to roll the dice, DeAndre Goats.
Yeah, I got Judy. Yeah, I got him in 2 leagues.
I am sure you do. You're like Riverboat Ron. I'm gonna come up with a special name just like that. You're like that. You're playing on the riverboat, the turn. You like to gamble, and rightfully so. You got it sometimes. You got to.
Yeah, the Browns' offense is terrible, but
I may put Jerry Judy on a piece of art one of these nights. It's because I'm sure you're not the only one. Everyone drafted Jerry Judy. Now it's just a matter of how he's been sitting on a freaking bench or dropped at this point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wonder what the outlook is for him. I wouldn't be starting him this week though. I picked up Isaiah Bond, but that again, I wouldn't. I'm starting Isaiah. I'm not starting him either. I want to see. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what Dylan Gabriel looks like.
Yeah, that too. That's most important.
Yeah, I mean, okay. I'm sure it can't be any worse than what it was, but I'm not sure how much better it could be either. All right, Fantasy Coach. We'll see you tomorrow.